In Obodo, they say the Osuagwu River does not drink alone, it takes. Long before the elders built their shrines and the moon learned to follow the night, the river had a bride. Some say she was betrayed. Others whisper she was never human at all. But all agree, when she calls, a man will answer, and when he answers, he will never return. They tell it softly to children, as a warning. But warnings are like wind, the stubborn never listen. But when the innocent Prince Obinna stepped to the water's edge on the night the frogs refused to sing, the river remembers him. Stay close, my friend, for this tale has only begun. Subscribe or follow my channel, comment and turn on the notification bell to be the first to get my new videos. The Osuagwu River never sleeps. It listens. It watches. And when the moon wanes low, and the breeze carries the scent of burning yam leaves, it speaks in the voices of the lost. In the cold hush of midnight, the villagers of Obodo often heard it, a low, trembling hum that rose from the riverbed like the murmur of a dying drum. It came with no wind, no animal call, only a pressure in the chest, as though the river had breathed into every ear at once. Mothers hushed their babies with trembling fingers, and dogs refused to bark when the sound arrived. The young avoided looking too long in its direction, and the old whispered prayers beneath their breath anytime the water stirred in silence. The Osuagwu was cursed. That much everyone believed. No one knew when the curse began. They only knew that it had become something real, like the taste of salt on the wind, or the way shadows stretched longer on nights when the river steamed. The stories passed down from elder to child wore the weight of myth, but the fear never faded with time. It deepened. And yet, amidst all this dread was a boy born of golden daylight, Prince Obinna. Obinna was the pride of Obodo. 20 and wise beyond his years, he carried his father's voice in one ear and his mother's gentleness in the other. His presence commanded fields to flourish and silence to burst into laughter. The people revered King Aikno, but they loved Obinna. Not because of his royal blood, but because he knew every vendor's story, every orphan's name, and every secret place in the forest where moonflowers bloomed. The prince's companions were Edeora, a young seer. She studied the old text and dismissed old myths, even as she brewed potions with whispered prayers under her breath. Her hands healed, but her tongue provoked. Okori, whose soul seemed carved from silence. Raised by a grandfather who lost both sons to the river, Okori rarely spoke unless it mattered. When he did, even birds hushed to listen. Chijioke, a chaotic blend of mischief and memory. He danced barefoot on roof tiles and knew every river legend by heart, even the ones nobody told aloud. Together, they roamed the village like forgotten gods returning home, their laughter echoing in mango groves and alleyways. But the weight of Osuagwu River paused beneath it all, quiet, coiled, waiting. In ancient times, Osuagwu had been a blessing. Its waters carved songs into stone, delivered fish in plenty, and was even known to give children to the barren women, and a name to every children who slept beneath its breath. Shrines of carved coral dotted its banks, and offerings of red cloth and kola nut drifted down its silver throat. The river god was praised, feared, loved. Then came the flood, not of water, but of silence. During a moon festival long forgotten, a maiden named Ihoma danced too close to the river's edge. Her joy was wildfire. Her voice, a song that bent the stars. She vanished without a ripple. No splash. No scream. Only silence. The elders searched with sticks lit by sacred oils. The flames bent backwards, refusing the river. The fog swallowed sound and gave back whispers in her voice. From that day forward, the river changed. Shrines cracked from neglect. Offerings stopped. And no child ever dreamt clearly again. Obinna never knew Ihuoma. But her name found him, in a lullaby hummed by strangers, in fragments spoken by madmen, in the stories Chijioke recited beside bonfires. He could not ignore the questions. Why did a river turn hungry? Why did silence become sacred? Why did the waters shimmer like memory trapped in motion? On the eve of River Moon, a night so dark it swallowed torches whole, Obinna stood on the highest terrace of the palace. The wind was still. The valley stretched wide, and the Osuagwu lay below, winding through the land like a vein cut from time. The sky held no stars. The air felt watched. Behind him, King Akno appeared, draped in robes woven from thunder clouds. Do not gaze at her too long, my son. Her eyes are older than mine. Obinna turned. His father's face bore lines carved deeper than age. Eyes heavy with stories never spoken. That night, Obinna dreamt of the river. Not peaceful water, but trembling liquid dark as ink, rippling with names he had never heard before. It whispered his name. And beneath its breath, he heard something else. A name that had not been spoken in 100 years, Okpola. If you love this story, follow this page, like and comment for part 2.